My name is Jaron Carolina. Follow me on everything while you're bored. If you're on your phone, performing, make sure you do that. And yeah, this song, first song, as this mix goes through, I wrote this a while ago, so don't reach. This song, I call it so far away message. So you give me a headache like no other. Everything's a joke to you. Last time I checked, I thought that we were lovers. Now everything's a bore to you. And I keep wondering why.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Black Atlas Radio. And today's special guest is not a rapper.
No. Are you? You're not?
He was singing.
I'm joking.
Come on, bro. No. Caught me off.
We don't have one. Good. Because this guy is really good at singing.
Really good. We saw his performance at Words.
Way better.
And I still have that footage, by the way. I'm gonna be throwing pieces of it in between this interview.
Awesome. He's amazing. Check him out.
Oh, yeah.
Jaron Carolina at every socials, right?
Yep. Instagram, JaronCmusic _. SoundCloud is Jaron Carolina, and Twitter is at Sir Carolina. I know I have a bunch of different ones right now.
Oh.
We're changing up, trying to get everything solidified into one thing.
Do people have your shit? Is that why? People have yours on other like
the username's already taken.
Sometimes, yeah. And then, but I mean, when I started things before, like I started some social media before I started making music. When I was just dancing, or when I was just doing this, and then I made this at the same time I started doing this, and then when I finally started getting my own music, doing my own, I was like, okay, I gotta figure something out. So I was doing My Name is Jaron, and I was trying to make that everything, and then I realized that was taken.
Damn.
So what's your actual last name?
Carolina.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which I get a lot. People will go, oh, okay, then what's your real name? I'm like, Jaron Carolina. And they're like, well, you don't have a stage name? I was like, yeah.
But it's cool because your name sounds.
It's Jaron Carolina.
It already sounds like a stage name.
I'm really not cool on making up a name, and like how all the artists that are coming up right now, they got it's like a play on words, and by play on words I mean they just take out one letter of a word.
Yeah.
And you're like, I am applesauce, and they'll take out one P, and they'll feel like it's
Apple.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's stupid as hell.
Or they'll add a number. And they'll be like, I have 3 numbers in my name, but it means a word. And I'll be like, no. What you made is an algebra equation. And I don't have a stage name, you know. I mean, no disrespect. Hey, you're good, you're good.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I like your name, you know.
Yeah, of course. But like with that name, honestly, like how was like the most irritating conversation you had since someone's like really just been like hate like. Has anyone ever like really just questioned you and like what the fuck?
Oh, my name?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I go to shows, and when I perform places that have either heard my music but never heard me say my name, just like all my life, Jaron, my first part of my name, it sounds like Jaron. People will say Jaron. So I've gone on stage in new places, and they'll be like, give it up for Jaron, and I'll be like, so now I gotta come in like.
It's Jaron.
Typo. You know, I have to be my own PR person. Like, just so you know, my name is Jaron. And then, like, I have, and then my last name, people will read it, and they'll be like, it's not the state. It's clearly not the state. Like, yes, it is the state. It's exact spelling of the state. But they'll be like, nope, it can't be the state sounding. It must be Carolina. He must be Hispanic. So I've had that happen.
What?
Yes.
I'm like, you don't know me, homie.
I've had people whose names. I've had one lady say my name who had the craziest syllable name. I'm not gonna bust her out, but she decided to say. She has like 16 syllables in her name. Ghettoest name you ever heard. And she had the nerve to be like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for, in Oakland, Jaron Carolina. I was like, Jaron, you get a 2-syllable name wrong, and you have the whole dictionary for your name. It makes me let in the alphabet. I was so angry. I could not. I got on stage and was like,
I'd be like, by the way, it's pronounced.
Yeah.
For the people out on
Yeah.
the left.
And it's so funny. Then I think we did a song. I just recently did a song with my boy Spilate was in here a while ago.
Shout out to Spilate.
Yeah,
Fucking
for
Taylor.
sure.
He's the nigga.
Yeah, and we did a song called Pronounce. You see when he said that? We just
Pronounce?
did a song.
Oh, nice.
He's barred, and it's pretty cool. It'll be out soon. And at first, that's where I thought of. I was like, my name is people can't pronounce my name, and then I decided to make it a play on words, and then so it's pretty cool. I'm really excited for that to come out. So yeah.
So I have a question. Where are you like most active? Where can people find you like most of your work that you've done so far?
Well, my first ever project I put together, kind of like my baby steps, are on SoundCloud. I have an 8-track EP or a 7-track EP that has 8 songs in it on SoundCloud called Audition. And it came out last year, literally a year ago. And that's where most of my work is right now. So Audition is the only thing that I have really truly out right now. I had a huge, not necessarily a break, but there was times where I was right back in the studio working on new music, trying to push myself, learning this whole music thing, figuring out where I stand, where I sit, and then getting burned a couple times. I mean, there was points where I was in the studio with a group and an engineer, and I recorded like 6 songs, and I was ready to rock again. Literally 2 months later, but then out of nowhere, dude disappeared.
Damn, we've heard that problem.
Wait, is this the same
multiple
person?
times.
Probably the same person. If you're maybe speaking with some people who also
Who did we talk to that had that problem?
Was that Vern?
that's
Was
Vern.
it? Oh,
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Opine. We had the same issue, and you know what I mean. Some other people had the same issue. Shout out to Opine. While we over here,
shout out to Opine.
you know what I mean. They're gonna hear themselves later if you guys actually let me do something special. Like I don't rap, but I can rap, and because I'm not gonna sing, I'll freestyle. It's no problem.
Ooh.
But
I'm ready
You
for
already
that.
put it out there.
but
Sorry for
yeah.
that.
You already...
Yeah, I'll put it out there. I'll put that in the universe. I'll do that today. Yeah, so it was crazy, and I got burned there. Got burned with another guy, cause he was like the Solano County Suge Knight, and I was like, like I went to his studio.
Dogs and shit.
And it was like
Pit bulls in the
and he was
studio.
like, you know, it ain't nothing. We're gonna clap these niggas. And I was like, whoa, bro, I am an R&B singer. I was like, listen, I just came sing about girls. Sometimes sing about sad shit. Like,
Oh my God.
you over here trying to gangbang. I'm like, nah, man, you can't be drug dealing right in front. Like, you're like, oh, I'll be right back. I was like, man, your studio equipment ain't even all that dope. I'm leaving. Like, and I was like, nope, not gonna be part of that. So
Is that dude still roaming the streets? Is he still around here? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't even know. I say I keep myself. I like to leave the number on my phone and everything. I was like,
Right.
no.
Yeah, that's safe. Don't go
it's
back
good
to that
to
studio.
stay away from
Nah,
that
man,
type
I
of
was like,
energy.
oh, it's weird to be in a room with a dude and he's in the studio and then out of nowhere he's rapping in the studio and he pulls out his phone and goes, what? Where these niggas at? And I'm just in the room like,
Oh, shit. You gotta go do something, man? Because I can go.
I was like,
I
yeah,
can go
because
too.
I can go back home. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, hey, Jim Boys is down the road. I can
I
you
can't
just
you
holler
later,
at me
man.
if you make it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even need to be over here.
Fuck.
Cool. So, going back to your first project that you mentioned that you did last year on SoundCloud, how did you personally, not like the reception from like your friends and everything like that, but like how did you personally feel about that? Did you like feel like it was you're like okay with it, you accomplished it, or was it like this is the beginning of something that I could work towards and like?
Or this is like your baby, like your baby steps. You said, but this is like
Yeah.
really your baby.
I think it has a lot of variety to it. So when I sat down and when I wrote it, I'm very heavy into my writing. So if you guys have seen my words and my lyrics, I like to paint a picture.
Yeah, it's
So-
damn near like open word poetry type.
Yeah,
but
so
it
it's
was
vivid.
a song.
You know, I like to make things
fits.
vivid, and I think it was my first time putting my own self into something, all originality, all nothing, no remix to a cover, no dance, no, you know, I
Right.
I wasn't breaking a mold of somebody else. I was building my own,
Nice.
and after listening to it, you know, I was satisfied, to a point, you know. But I'm a really heavy critic on myself, and I was like, you know, I can do things. I can't wait to see what I have next. Like I said, I can't wait to see what I build.
Right.
You know,
you could always do better.
Like, I like to put characters into different genres of my music. So what my EP did for me was find out what characters I wanted to be when I wrote songs.
Okay.
That may sound weird, but I have 3.
15 seconds.
I've got.
Sorry, we always gotta restart this after every like.
Well, I can see your word. Remedies for heartache never work. They just make things worse. I will watch you burn. Watch you get swallowed up in your despair. I'll bring the flames. I'll bring the flames. Just to show you that someone's there.
I have like 3 characters that I kind of just in myself. So one character would be like based off of one song in Audition, which is one of my heavier ones called Frankenstein. And next time you guys get a chance, check that out. It's very deep. It's very, I hate using that word deep because that sounds it makes me sound so smug. It makes it sound like it's very deep music.
No, it's just
like,
it's like you.
It's like,
But it shows how
for you,
passionate
but-
about yourself. Yeah.
I think what it is that it just I try to put people in a feeling, you know, and that song gives me that, like, okay, if I know I'm gonna get somewhere where I'm going to paint a picture, I'm gonna tell a story, I'm going to build something where people will have a feeling when they feel this way, they'll go to the song.
Right.
Nice.
So that song makes me feel like I can from that point, Frankenstein was just a stepping stone to so many other great songs. Like, okay, this is that genre. Then I have a song called FaceTime. FaceTime's very popular. It's very catchy, you know.
Yeah, it's an easy sounding name.
You know, it's relatable. It's
song?
you know, yeah.
It's an easy sounding song.
Yeah,
like,
easy sounding song, chill, you know, decent lyrics, and I just feel like that'd be like my poppy self. Like that'd be that'd be like my radio self.
Your radio
know?
hit.
That image, you know, I was like, if I wanted to build my image, I could build from this.
Nice.
You know?
Right.
And then and then when I get into the more sensual side of music, you know, sensual or sexual, there's a difference. I have a song like Pusher Man, Part 1 and 2, and I feel like Pusher Man, FaceTime, and Frankenstein created my own block. So now what I try to do is I try to build it. When I think of a song, I'll go, ooh, this is if FaceTime and Frankenstein fused, or if Pusher Man.
Oh, nice.
So I try to build an image. I'm trying to build myself with my lyrics. I may not make sense. Makes sense to me.
It makes sense to me too.
You have a variety to choose from.
Yeah, you know, and my other music too, like I have a song with Opa I Need For You. You guys heard at the show.
Yeah.
That was on there, and you know, and there's just like where I try to build off of. Every time I write, I try to make better and better, but I stack in my bases are from those 3 songs.
Nice.
So like, they're like 3 different personalities, like Mr. FaceTime, Frankenstein, and Pusher Man.
Okay.
And so it's like, I don't know, it's almost like I switch into characters when I write. When I find a certain beat, I'm like, ooh, this sounds
Cool.
tight. I need to be this person. Like,
But it helps.
It does.
It
It
puts
does.
you in that
Yeah.
mood of whatever it is you're trying to execute. Get
Yeah.
the other person to feel.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
get that.
that's the things that I really took back from listening to Audition. So listening to that last night, and I'm like, man, I can do so much more. So much more. That's all. I feel like I'm ready to move on.
Right.
And like I say, getting from here, it's like all my music from now on out I feel it's so much better, personally.
Man, you're a fucking passionate dude. If you can't see in the camera here, he's a fucking passionate dude. He seems like he really wants this shit.
If you
Like,
can't see in the camera.
If you can't see in the camera, the feeling in this man's eyes. He really wants this shit.
So, are there?
That's amazing.
We mentioned Opine and Spill a Tay. Are there a lot of other people around our community that you might take inspiration from, or people that you see who are also like making moves, and you know, you kind of maybe you'll listen to one of their tracks or something and
Oh man,
feed off their energy?
I listen to, oh my God, I listen to so many guys out here. You've got, going down the list, is so
There's a
many more.
lot
And
of
they
talent.
know who I'm about to say. They
A lot
know.
of talent.
Literally everyone you saw at that one event,
Mm-hmm.
God, they're like little bros to me, man. They're all great dudes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Some of them even come over and ate at my house. You know what I mean? Your wives too. You know what I mean? We're, you know what I mean? Like it's like that. You know, I can tell you off top, you know, I think one of the heavier OGs for me, definitely a guy named T. Carrier. He sat down and talked with me. I've known him for a long time, back when he had another name, and you know, and the cool thing was he watched me grow and then gave me more advice as I grew. And as I grew into an artist, one day he hit me up. We had a long conversation in the middle of work, and it was just eye opening. And he's always been a really cool dude, very real. I mean, then you've got as a non-dancer, as a non-artist like that in the music aspect, you've got, you know, my mom Faye, she's like a mom to me, you know, who runs Bliss Urban Arts Center. That's
Shout out
those
to
people.
them.
Yeah, easy. When it comes to music artists, I stay on Black Tribe's hype. I stay on Spilla's hype. Stay on Opine's hype. I stay on Rossel's hype. There's just Tyler.
A while, so.
Literally, you know, I say these guys, even though they're so much younger than me, I think they're huge talents.
Oh,
huge
yeah, definitely.
talents. Huge talents. And that's every person on Black Tribe. Not just them as a whole, every person on Black Tribe. Because there's more.
Shout out to Marshawn.
Yeah, everybody, man. It's Marshawn, man. He's elevated. You know, he's elevated so much too. When I first heard them to where he is now as a singer too, his voice, his lyrics. Everybody's growing up. Everybody's
getting it in.
Everybody's getting it in. It makes me like, I gotta stay on my shit. Like,
Yeah.
Hey man,
It's good though.
It's like
because-
friendly competition. Like,
Yeah.
not even friendly competition. It's just like, it's like
Everybody's just working together.
yeah, you know,
And
it's
you
the
guys
best
are
they
just
can.
fueling the fire of just like what.
But it's it's crazy because I was thinking about this morning actually. But I think the best thing about it is like no matter if you fuck with this person or that person or you don't fuck with whoever, everybody who's like playing their part in making music or whatever type of art they're into, they're all simultaneously putting on for Fairfield or just like this area in general, which is something that nobody's done. You know, you got the couple people who made it out like Sage or whatever, but it's really I feel like everybody is inspiring everybody else to put on to this whole area.
Great.
Yeah, I'm really proud of my boy DK who was in here a while ago, Doughboy. Proud of him. Proud of him. We know each other for a very long time.
Hey, shout out to fucking Dope.
You know what I mean? It's cool. You know, I think I couldn't come in here without paying homage to a lot of the guys that I know who've stepped in this room, who's talked to you guys. You know, who are still doing
Some
their
people
thing.
stepped in that room.
Yeah, in his house,
In his house.
anywhere, been in front of these cameras. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
I feel
know,
it.
I appreciate all those people, by the way, because that just shows that
You guys have helped
they
us
believe
out
in
and guys,
us. Yeah.
Yes.
guys now even like really great artists.
Of
And
course.
I hope it continues. Like that's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
amazing.
I got something big coming down the pipeline too for all the artists. We kind of slowly building it right now, but hopefully beginning of next year we're gonna do something really neat. You know, have Black Atlas a part of it. It's gonna be cool. I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, so I don't have to.
Stay tuned.
It's gonna be pretty heavy.
Check your emails.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna check their emails, check their messages. It's gonna be pretty dope.
Nice.
We have but I'm sorry to interrupt this, by the way, but also new to this since we made our last video, we have a website. Bling! Check
Our
that out.
website's up now. Check that shit out.
BlackAtlasMedia.com. It's very simple.
Yes.
I'll have it pop up though. And
Yes.
all the latest information for all the artists and everything we're doing, whatever's coming up, that'll be on there. So just stay
Be
tuned.
there. All right. And then so, since you said you can rap as well, what for music? So music wise, what got you singing? Got you first, and then rap, or like what did you hear as a child? Like it showed, like it's signs of like, oh shit, this is fucking awesome. It's
So-
better than this, or like
Yeah. So from jump, music itself, I grew up on. Everyone's gonna say I grew up on all different kinds of music, but I grew up on all kinds of music. I went from my dad's CD case that had old school R&B in it.
I
So
feel
originally,
it. I was all from my dad's CD case.
you know, that's all I had. All up in my dad's CD case. You know, I used to get in trouble for not putting stuff back. I mean, like whoopings and stuff, not getting stuff back. He had this old stack CD case,
Oh shit.
like that high, but it, it hold like 200 CDs, and
Damn.
I would go through, you know, so many artists. You know, my favorite artists in a list form would be Prince and Maxwell, early John Legend, Anthony Hamilton.
Oh no,
and these
new John Legend.
those I can't say that. I'm not saying
Old John
I
Legend's
really
way
like
better.
I really like, you know, the first two albums the
Yeah,
most
that's
to
way
me.
better.
But I mean, you know, I grew up the R. Kelly. You know, I grew up on all of that R&B. So literally in that spectrum. And then my brother, 6 years older than me, you know, as I started to grow and understand music more, you know, my brother he grew up in the Hot Boy era. Like, so Lil Wayne was heavy in my house. You know, my brother, I'd hear him across the room. I'd be like, okay. You know, and then I didn't realize how dope Lil Wayne was until I got older and started learning more words. And I'm like, whoa, you know. So Lil Wayne is a rapper. Then the rap really infused into me. You know, of course you've got your Biggie and your Tupac. Of course you've got, you know, you had those rappers. So then infusing that era of hip-hop and R&B, I had that soul from my family. When I went different places, I'd hear different music and it'd bring different memories to me. Right. You know, so I go to my grandparents' house, I'm hearing all soul music, you know, and then grew up in the church, so I'm hearing the gospel. Nice. And then one day I turned on MTV in the middle of the night, back when they played music videos, and Jimmy Eat World Sweetness comes on. I've never heard a rock song I've never listened to rock songs. All of a sudden it blares into my face. 2 o'clock in the morning. Love that is real. I found someone that is real. I found the love that is real. I found someone that is real. I found the love that is real. I found someone that is real. I found the love that is real. And all of a sudden I'm just watching rock videos. I'm like, some of this music is really tight. Makes me feel a different way. So I was like, so I started listening to different things. Next thing you know, I'm in middle school singing. I'm in middle school and high school singing opera songs, singing songs in Latin, singing songs in French. So I grew up learning different music, understanding different music. You know.
Did you ever get Did you get a language out of that? Like, did you find have you really studied the language?
I still get some of my Latin bases down pretty well. You know. My Italian's really off. You know,
Italian's really off?
My Italian's really off.
Opera?
No, I'm talking. Well, I mean, when I learn songs,
okay.
You know, when you sing fully composed classical music, I was still kind of ignorant because I'd be the kid I was in honor choir.
Oh man!
But and it's hard to be a hood in honor choir. I can't be a thug. I can't even really be a thug. So I go into high school. I was trying to be a thug. In the end. But I was going to honor choir. I played football and going to honor choir. There was no... Nice. So in the end, it was like, nah, I'm really not for that thug life, really. I get into fights and stuff, but I mean, I wasn't really for that thug life because I gotta go to honor choir practice, guys. I gotta go to honor choir.
Be right back.
I would go to football, and my coach would fight with the director on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the middle of practice because he'd need me for an hour. So I'd have to leave practice in my uniform, go sing in the choir room with full gear on, and then go back to practice.
Hey, let a nigga change?
I didn't. No, it was part of the deal.
Oh damn!
It was part of the deal. So I had to wear my cleats. My coach wanted me to dirty up the room on purpose because but then also he was like, you need to stay in uniform. Everybody else stay in their uniform. So I did. I played full pads. Sometimes I take my pads off. Definitely got to take my helmet off. I couldn't sing with a helmet on.
Yeah.
But I mean, full pads. Everything and. I grew up like that. And so with all of that music infusing in me, I was, like I said, I was building through other people, dancing, and I was always writing occasional raps here and there because that's what it was. I wasn't singing, I wasn't writing my own lyrical music to sing. I was writing the rap more like, oh yeah, this sounds cool. And I thought it was okay, But then out of nowhere, I was like, I started singing. When my daughter was born, I started singing my own music. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm going to build myself, sing my own original music, and then it just took off from there. Right. So, but yeah, building. That's the music that really inspired. Everything kind of inspired me to come into where I'm at now.
But that's good though that you still retain that originality. A lot of people, they attempt, and it's good because it's always good to be original, but sometimes when I'm listening to other people's stuff, I'm like, it kind of sounds like this person who's also trying to sound like this person who's trying to sound like S.O.B.
So like
RB or
that, and then the Future movement where everybody started to sound like Future, and then it kind of just went over.
Don't get me wrong, those artists are dope for a reason. To me,
yeah, they're small. I think it's just the small differences and the place that they're from, kind of just everybody just supports and just loves it.
I think there's a system to music right now, and if you have that right formula, that is where you take off. So people aren't necessarily looking for just material to be like, this is the amazing song. I'm like, no, this is an amazing formula to make a song that people will emulate.
Nice.
Like you said, you have Future, you had like T-Pain. Not necessarily, he didn't invent the autotune, but he just had a huge break in this time frame to make autotune really popular.
Yeah.
You had Zapp and Roger and other artists, especially Zapp and Roger, pioneer.
Shout out to Zapp and Roger.
Pioneer.
Autotune. But then you have, but then T-Pain, he was on everything out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere on everything,
And without
2005,
T-Pain, there wasn't no 808 Heartbreak. Without that, there'd be no Drake. It all just kind of plays in.
Just like T-Pain said in his own interview, he said, I use auto-tune not to sound better. I use it to sound different. Because he can sing. So
yeah, it's just crazy. The videos of him actually singing, like without it, it's just like
Tiny Desk concert. Check that out. It was pretty cool. That's a really good one. It has 3.
Oh yeah, he's
Tiny
up
Desk
there.
concert. This was pretty raw.
Check out the one with Chance too. That was pretty nice as well.
Yeah,
Chance was cool.
But I mean, like but he to sound different. And as someone who doesn't like to use a lot of auto-tune, I don't like using like especially Melodyne and things like that. I like to try to have my voice sound raw.
Right.
That's where I kind of go into battles of myself, to being like, okay, I like this, but I don't know if other people will like it. Then I go, oh, I don't care what other people like. But then again, I have to kind of care. And then, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of that fight, and that's where I get really nitpicky. And that's another reason why I waited a long time before I started putting out more music. I was like, okay, I want to find out where I'm really going to fit, where my sound is.
Right.
So now that music is about to be rolling out like a freaking train, it's, it's like I'm more comfortable in saying that I know people will like this, and 'cause I love this.
That's good. So that's the best type of attitude.
Think of it for yourself first, then everybody else.
Yeah. So, going back into with words in Vacaville, how did you come into contact with Faye? Is her name, right?
Yeah, Faye.
How did that start?
I've been dancing with Faye for 10 years.
Oh, okay.
I danced with her for a very long time, and I was a director for a while, very long while. And then when I stopped directing, stopped teaching, right before it ended for me in that way, Faye, she started from the bottom, ground up. It was an amazing story. Ask her about that, But she got her new studio where you're at before, when it's brand new, and she was like, I'm going to put on bigger events that are more locale, word of mouth events called Words. And at this point in time, I just went through a serious part of my life where I tore my ACL getting ready to leave for the military. Tore my ACL. Just going to the military. I didn't know what I was going to do. Actually, yeah, it was before that. It might have been before that. But my mom passed. My biological mom passed right the week after my 21st birthday. And so the cool thing was that when Words came about and I was dancing, I was like, I do tons of solos for Faye. I used to host shows for her, things like that. I was her go-to for camera rap stuff. It's kind of like her attack dog too. I was very, very aggravated other dancers that weren't a part of our group. That was like my hood time. I was like, we can dance or fight, and
we can
they had
dance
to be
or
like,
fight.
nah, it's cool. And,
Square up.
But then, I let loose one time, with a song that made me feel for my mom. And then after that, it was like Words was meant for me to express myself in any way, shape, or form. And that's what she allowed everyone to do. Come and express yourself. Come share music, come share art, and,
And for anybody who could be potentially watching this, they don't have a whole lot of audience, so I'm not sure. But for future reference, if there are people who are interested in this, is there a certain way they're supposed to go about it, or is it kind of like
come in and
I would say because it is becoming a bigger thing, it has ups and downs with crowds and things like that, but it's becoming bigger and bigger. I would say go to check out her social media, Bliss Mama Faye on everything, and check her social media. Check her Facebook for sure. Usually she'll put out an event for it, and then you can go when it's time. People go send out some music, send out some of your work. You know what I mean? Whether it's written down, whether you say I'm a dancer, video something. We have a lot of people that want to come and perform. Right. And it used to be like we got tons of people, but now it's a time frame. And so it's best to get in. She always wants to see new faces. always we want everyone has a lot of talent.
Nice.
And in this area, and she wants to see it all. We all want to see. We all want to express yourself and express your things. And that's what Words is about. It's a night of music, poetry, and dance. I love that event. A lot. I probably would not make music without it, because I was learning to build more of myself and become more and more comfortable with myself and my talents. Yeah. Without those checkpoints, they were like checkpoints in my life. This words was here. This words was this. This words was this. This words was this. And now I'm like trying to leave that nest and come back to it later to show like Faye and my family and people who do watch me, look at how much I've grown. You know?
Right.
So, and it's time for other people too to come out and show. You know.
I definitely think now is the best time for anybody who's trying to get their talents exposed or whatever type of art that they're into. Now is definitely the time, because everybody got an Instagram, everybody got a Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Social media is just like it's just
for everybody.
It's modern.
And great way to connect with people, and great way to do everything just from the fucking comfort of your home.
Yeah.
Honestly, like you don't even have to meet people face to face for them to be like, oh, let's do something.
Yeah.
But you said you have checkpoints from Words. Do you have any other checkpoints like in your life that like change things for you, like to go into your music or just like anything?
My daughter,
Eliana,
for sure. Eliana was once I had her, people would be like, oh man, you had a baby, you can't do A, B, C, and D. And it wasn't it. It actually pushed me to do more. It pushed me to do more in my life. I mean, once she was born, I literally got a better job. I literally started writing like day one. I was like, this is it. Like, I wanted something for her to.
Right.
I wanted something for her to have forever.
Right.
I'm like, Daddy's music.
There you go.
It doesn't have to be your favorite, but you have it. Something she could always hear Dad's voice. You know,
that's amazing.
And hear where Dad comes from, hear Dad talk shit sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, hear Dad talk about things she shouldn't listen to until she's like 27. Like, but but my daughter for sure. My daughter for sure. A lot of people in my family, the deaths in my family. The time I lost a lot of people. Well, I lost 2 people that were really, really big to me. I just lost my grandma. Last month too, and it was just like, but I mean, those people always push me. This is actually my last gift my aunt gave me before she passed. She was like the one person that like really, really believed in me. Mm-hmm. So like before I even started making my own music, it was right before I started and right before I had LSU. It was, those are my checkpoints are definitely my daughter, more important.
You feel like a sense of you owe it to these people to show them that you can make it. You're gonna do what they saw in you, that they believed in you. You can actually execute it.
Yeah, I wanted to show them that I wanted to show them, my daughter, that I wasn't afraid to express myself.
Right.
A lot of people are afraid to put themselves out. But true strength is being able to open up. So whether you're talking about whatever, you get on stage or you make a song, you're vulnerable.
Yeah,
so
that's definitely vulnerable.
Yeah, you're vulnerable.
A scary moment. I can imagine.
You're having an interview, you're putting something on camera, and you gotta own up to it. You know what I mean? And you're vulnerable. Mm-hmm. So to all artists, appreciate you guys being vulnerable. So.
He's trying to be serious out there. You over there talking about not liking being on camera.
I don't.
I hate being on camera. I hate my voice. It's weird. I'm a singer.
Fucking me too, man.
I hate my voice.
I swear, every time I listen back to these, I'm just like, that's not me. That doesn't sound like me.
That's crazy. I have no problem.
I feel weird as shit.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Is there any female artists you came inspired from that you listen around in the house as well? Because you talked about all these male artists. Was there like major females?
Yeah, yeah.
Like Whitney. You like Whitney Houston?
I like Whitney. I like Tierra Marie. I like Toni Braxton, Tamar Braxton. God, there's so many. There's tons of.
There's so many female artists. I'm just trying to see if there's any.
Yeah, Jill Scott, Flowetry, Marsha Ambrosius is like. She's amazing to me. Marsha Ambrosius is like everything to me. And then, Alicia Keys.
Hey,
you have
Alicia Keys.
Miss SZA's doing her thing right now.
Oh yeah.
She's major radio right now.
She's about to come up on her first platinum.
Yeah.
I really like that song "Issues" by Jessie. God, I don't remember her last name, but it's the song "Issues." That song's on replay. So I like that song a lot. I like a lot of British artists too. sounds super weird, but Regina Spektor, you may not know her at all. She's older. And, Kate Nash, another older British chick. They don't really make too much music that's popping right now, but I listen. Their stuff's on my Apple Music, and
that's cool as fuck.
Like I said, it was weird stuff that I grew up listening to, and they were weird British singers. They were like folk, you know.
Can you close that window just because I'm getting tired of hearing Arlo?
Okay.
You know. So yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Well, thanks for coming through to the studio,
41
bro. I really
minutes
appreciate
in.
it.
It's amazing conversation. This man's passionate, guys.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You can feel it. You can feel it radiating off of him. So you guys need to bring more fucking passion to your music.
No, we got a lot of stuff working on, man. A lot of stuff working on. You know, this is fun. I'm really glad I came out.
I'm glad you came out, man.
Oh, yeah.
This is a great conversation.
We really appreciate you, coming out and showing your support for us.
Yeah, like your support for us is great. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
You know, it's the local quote unquote scene doesn't mean that it's a local scene. It's just I happen to be around awesome people that need to be seen around the world. You know,
hopefully.
And it's not like it's not like we stick with the local scene. That's one thing I learned from like TKRA and some other rappers and other artists are like, it's good. You gotta expand and you come back to your town.
Right.
That's when you really see where far you've gone when other people hear places. But you do have to support. But I feel like you can support. You're my neighbors. I don't feel like we're local artists or local, media makers or local singers, rappers, or dancers. I just think that I just got lucky with having a dope ass neighbor that deserves to be seen around the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? And why not work with you? Why not work and build?
It's always working and build, man.
It's nice I really like Solano County to be a county full of superstars.
Let's fucking get famous, guys. Become fucking rock stars. Yeah. I want to trash a hotel room.
Yeah,
Stupid.
That's my goal. My next 6 months is to either write a song or sing a song that will be on the radio soon, and that's, so check out my works. You're going to hear a lot more stuff. Oh, I'm performing in Oakland next week.
Oh, shit. Well,
at the Real Eats Festival. I'm closing the show on the 24th.
Ooh, closing.
4:30. I'm closing the festival out, so it's at 4:30 in Oakland at the Pavilion.
We will definitely get
I'll get the info.
Official address, and we'll put it all in the video.
We'll have it
there.
It'll be cool. I'm gonna do a lot of works from kind of beginning to even show up new stuff now, and hopefully drop something soon in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
brand new,
awesome, man.
but
check
on more
out.
platforms, not just SoundCloud, so iTunes, things like that. So
check out Black Atlas Media. We'll retweet this shit. We'll have
BlackAtlasMedia.com. We'll have all of it too.
But then also again, check out our artist, Jaron
Carolina.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him.
Yeah,
and
basically 2018 is the year.
2018 is going to be a pretty interesting year for sure. So, for everybody in the area and for me especially, and do a lot of big things. Appreciate you guys.
Oh,
Appreciate you.
definitely.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for coming through. Once again, thanks everybody for watching. Show your support. Go check out all the SoundClouds, the websites, the YouTubes, the medias, and everything. And we shall be back.
Let's get it. Fuck all y'all.